This tutorial will show you how to automate the main controls in Cubase. Automating the main controls is very useful, especially panning and volume. I'm going to show you a couple of little tricks that will help do that. First of all, we'll have a listen to the track and then I'll sort out where we're going to do it. So just press play. So the first things I'm going to do is actually just do a little rough mix. The FX noise is a little bit loud, so using these side things, the inspector here, I'm just going to take the volume down a bit. Also the strings are too loud. Now rather than do the strings here, I want the strings to come in gradually volume wise. So to do that, it's very easy to do. All you need to do here is you go underneath where the little sign of the virtual instrument is and then click on the arrow, which will show you another lane. Now this lane here is the automation lane. You select your automation by clicking on what you want to automate. So at the moment I've got it on volume, but I could do it on mute, on panners, or on other effects which we'll look at a later tutorial. The important thing here is to know what these two buttons do, the W and the R. Now the W means write enable and the R means read enable. Write enable you want on when you're recording. Read enable you want on when it's playing back. For instance, I want the volume of the strings to come in gently. So I'm going to get the channel up by pressing E, and it brings the channel up here. Then make a note of when I want the strings to come in, so I'll just go have a quick look, and I want them to come in about here in bar, I reckon about bar 11. I want them to go up to full capacity and then back down again by bar 14. I'll click back on the VST instrument track and just move the transport bar out of the way. Then I press W to write enable, and I'm going to start off by having it almost at nothing, probably about -18. Then I press play. Now once I've pressed play, the minute I press play it will record information, so make sure that you know where you're starting from. I'm starting from about bar 5. I'm waiting for the strings to come in gradually. So I press play on the transport bar, and then as I press play on the transport bar, I'm going to gradually move the fader up as the strings come in, and then back down again. I press stop, just move the transport bar out of the way, and also get rid of the instrument track. Now if you press R, go back to this lane here, press R, you'll see the automation's been written in. There's the volume. Now you can do it like that manually, or if you want to, you can go down to zoom in a bit. I'll come back again. You can actually draw it in using the pencil tool. So I can go up to the toolbox, select the pencil tool, and draw it in if I want to. If you want to be more accurate, you can use the line tool, which will give you a nice accurate fade in and out. If you take the snap to grid off when you're doing this, it'll be even more smooth, as you can see. But you got to remember to always keep the read enable on. Now this goes exactly the same for panning, so I'm going to go, rather than do the automatic panning by programming it in live, I'm going to just draw it in on this one. So I'm going to go to the FX noise. Now if I want to just program it in, all I need to do is read enable it rather than write it. You only need to write enable when you're playing it in real time. You can when you put the real sorry, when you put it on read enable, you can just click on it and it will immediately do what it needs to do. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to choose the panner. Now the panner should be, we can do it left and right if we wanted to. So standard panner, left, right, and once I've got the standard panner left, right, I can take this sound so it goes from the left hand side to the right hand side, back up to the left hand side. So it just gives it a bit more edge when you're listening to it as a production. So when we listen to it, you'll hear it go. As you can see, that's very effective. That's how to program using the main controls. Thanks for watching.